Hello everyone and welcome to Riverhaven Collects. Before you is my old collection, right before I upgraded it to the new display case and all of that. So you can see that there are just figures everywhere and there is no order to anything, but order is coming. I've been collecting these for about 3 years now, mostly from the McFarlane Toys Spawn series, as well as some other ones in that series, mostly from the early 2000s. Some a bit later, and then I've got some of the newer ones from the 2020s as well. As you can see, there's a heap of dust on them, which is why I wanted to get the display case all set up to kind of keep these figures a bit cleaner and more preserved. If any of these figures you see here that you like, scroll through my channel. I've nearly got a video for every single figure here, unboxing them and, you know, in greater details what years they came from and the series they're from as well. I also want to say a big thank you to my community. We're currently at 781 subscribers, so I really appreciate everyone subscribing, everyone commenting, and you know, this is kind of like a 3-year anniversary. I'm very happy to have had you guys all for that time. And finally, we've got there. We've finally got our display case and we're going to have a proper setup. I thought we'd take a quick look at Goddess Lyra here, as she has kind of a unique story compared to everyone else. A famous YouTuber actually helped me get her, kind of. So if you want to check that out, that video will be linked up above. But anyway, this is the old one, and finally we're going to be jumping over to the new one in just a sec. Guys, so this is the new setup. I've obviously gotten rid of the drawers that were like here, so we've got these new ones. They actually store a whole lot more, so I'm very happy about that. But yeah, this is the new glass display cabinet. This is from Stacked. It's hard to say whether I would recommend this or not. I think it's probably the best for the price, but I had 2 attempts of trying to put this together and I was honestly ready to send it back. Just be aware that there's like these white things that hold all the glass together at the back. You probably can't see it, too much glare, but maybe if we open this up you can see it. So there it is there, those white slits at the back. Those need to be around a certain way. So if you're thinking about picking this up, just remember to read the instructions. That was my fault. So overall, I think it's really nice. But anyway, before we jump into the display cabinet, let's jump back over to the bookshelf. So I'll put up, you know, what it previously looked like, though you guys have just seen it. And, you know, this is all a work in progress. This isn't final, so I'm still trying to work out what figures I want up here in the shelf and what I want in the display cabinet. So up here on the first shelf, or actually we'll go up here first. So this is pretty much the same, besides we got Post Malone up here now. I am actually going to be cutting down on the collection. So these guys up the back, I'm not sure who I'm going to keep. I probably can't get rid of Mandarin Spawn. He's too cool. But anyway, pretty much the same up here. We've got the wool running Spawn, and he's still got cobwebs on him, but that's alright. I don't think there's anywhere else I could probably put him, so that's why he's still up there. Here we've got Cygor and Raptor. You know, I absolutely love Cygor. I love this Raw 10 Cygor. He is absolutely amazing. Couldn't fit the snake up here, so we've just got Raptor. And then we've got some random Spawn figures as well as this guy, this little wooden guy. But pay no mind to him. We've got the Fallout bomb in the back, the mini nuke, very cool. And then we've just got some Warhammer stuff and Cyberpunk. So this I haven't really set up how I wanted. Like I said, I'm going to be going through my figures and changing out which ones I want to keep and which ones I'm happy to sell and part with. So this isn't probably the final look of this shelf. This one up here I think is probably the one that looks the least organized. And down to the next one that is, I couldn't be happier with this. This is the most organized one. I've got all my Cyberpunk figures, Cyberpunk 2077, as well as the Edge Runners. So these plants here are all just Lego ones. I've had them sitting around for quite a while. And here we've got some chopsticks that my sister picked me up from Japan. So that is very nice, and I'm really glad to have these out on display. And I think it does go with the cyberpunk aesthetic that I've got going here. We've also got the Lego Sakura bonsai, and if you don't know already, if you're thinking about picking this up, I'm going to warn you guys, these aren't like sakura flowers, these are actually little frogs. And it's something that has annoyed me. It's kind of grown on me now because I think it does look good, but one thing to be aware of, because I tossed up whether I should pick it up or not, because there's just, I don't know why they didn't just use flowers, they just used frogs instead. But anyway, I really like that Lego build. We've got Totoro, he's actually from the Ghibli Museum. There's his little tag. So there it is there. So he is very cool. A friend picked me up that while he was in Japan. This Squirtle here I've got out because I've had him for absolute years and he went missing for a while, but I've literally had him since I was like 6, I think. We've got Nidoking as well. Similar sort of story, had him since I was a kid. But yeah, I really like this shelf. You guys let me know what you think, but I super love this shelf. So heading down from here, a little bit more unorganized on this shelf, probably subject to change at some point. We've got the Raven Guard and we've got the, what was he called? The Elite Executioner Sniper Space Marine here. Really like these two figures. In the back we've just got a bunch of books that I'm hoping to get around to reading, as well as some manga. And mostly Warhammer books. I've actually read these 3. I would recommend, if you're thinking of starting to get into the 40k universe, these 3, can't go wrong with them. They are absolutely fantastic. Xenos is the first one, part of the Eisenhorn trilogy, so I would really recommend getting this one, and number 2 is my favorite. So yeah, something for you if you're thinking of getting into those books. We've got this guy from Dota. I don't actually play Dota, I think I played it like once, but I just think he's a really cool pop. I try not to collect these because they're kind of expensive and not really that good if you ask me. I'd rather get a figure like this, which was the same price. So we've got Halloween Miku. You know, Halloween just passed. I think she's a really cool figure for the price and the size and everything, so she's still out. And then I've got my Switch games behind her. Trying to get back into playing the Switch. Also got some like collector's editions there. Really like them. Steven Universe and Scott Pilgrim as well. I really love the Scott Pilgrim comics, planning on reading those again. Probably will watch through Steven Universe. I absolutely love that show as well. General Ram here, my first pop I ever bought. I still really like him, really cool. And we've got Shiro. I don't know what's happening with Shiro. Might get rid of her at some point because she kind of doesn't fit in with the rest of the figures. So that is the shelf there. We've got kind of 2 more, but mainly 1 more. Down here I've just got my sketchbook as well as a bunch of manga. Again, hoping to read through these, as well as some comics and art books. So been getting back into art recently. I'll put some stuff up on screen. If you want to check out my Instagram, it'll be it'll be links below. But yeah, trying to get back into art recently, something that I've neglected for a long time, and yeah, just trying to enjoy it. And down here we've got my beanbag of Snorlax, as well as just a bunch of Gundam kits, as well as some Warhammer that I need to get around to painting as well. But anyway guys, on to the main event now, the showcase. So up the top, my Titanfall statue. Obviously he's not fitting in anywhere and I would never get rid of him. I absolutely love this statue. Then we've got the 12-inch Spawn, love this one as well. Finally, I've got Urizen versus Spawn out. I'm thinking probably need to move him and just have like, you know, these guys, because I absolutely love this statue. This was one of the first statue figures that I bought of Spawn that got me into collecting for him. And then in the back we've just got the 2 manga Spawns. That one is unopened and I'm not going to open it up, so if you're looking forward to that, sorry guys, but yeah, I'm not going to do it. So we'll open this up so that there's less glare, because there is a lot of glare. So we've got it open now. We'll start with the top shelf, and I wanted my anime girls up here. They've been in boxes for so long, particularly Serta. I cannot remember when I picked her up, but there's a video of me unboxing her. It did really well actually, so I'm super glad to have her out. And same with Ray here. I did buy 3 Rays. I'm trying to sell the other 2, but this one I absolutely adore. Like, it brings me so much joy, this little shelf. I really like all 3 of these quite a lot. But if we have a look at just like the ruffles on her jacket and the shine on the plug suit, like it's so well done. I absolutely love this figure. That is the tentative Ray, I think it says down here. Yeah, tentative name version, so if you're interested in picking her up. And then we've got, I forget what this one is called, the aircraft carrier Wu class painted figure. This is quite an old figure, and oh man, she is really, really cool. Absolutely love her as well. Then over here it's a bit blank, and I'm kind of not sure what to do at the minute with it, but we've got Chainsaw Man as well as Power. So these look really cool. I really like them, but I don't know if they need a whole shelf to themselves. I'm thinking, you know, in the future if I pick up some more anime figures, that these 2 will be moved on probably. Anyway, down here I've got my like Japanese samurai Spawn shelf, and I really like how this one looks. We've obviously got, oh man, I can't remember his name, but we got the 3-headed dragon in the back. We've got Samurai Spawn and Takeda, I think his name was. Really glad to have these 2 out because they are awesome. And then we've got Ninja Spawn. I just threw him in here. He's not actually part of the series. And then we've got the Lotus Warrior, we've got Dojo, and right there we've got Samurai Spawn, as well as a couple in the back. We've got Jackal Assassin and Scorpion Warrior or something. One of them fell apart, and I think in the review one of them fell apart, so they're just in the back and can't really see them, and I'm not bothered if we can't see them. I just wanted to have all of them together in this shelf, and I think this shelf looks probably the best out of all of them. Over here we've got sort of my dedication to the Spawn figures. I realized, you know, moving them all from the bookshelf, that they were not going to fit in here, so I picked out, you know, my favorites. And this one here, oh man, what a great figure, hey? As well as the Throne Spawn, you know, one of the best. And my favorite, which is the 10th anniversary Spawn with the big cross in the back. Absolutely love that figure. And of course we've got the cartoon Spawn. This was again one of the earliest Spawns that I picked up, and I absolutely adore him. I would never get rid of this Spawn. Love him so much. And we've got the jumping Spawn or leaping Spawn, whatever. I've heard him called Jazz Hand Spawn. I don't think that's correct. But anyway, and then we've got, like, you know, that Spawn from, what is it, issue 8 or something. Anyway, moving down. This is just kind of a blend of everything, and I haven't really set these up how I want, but these are pretty much my favorites that I wanted to have on show, and they don't really all go together that well. So I'm not going to run through all of them. If any of them tickle your fancy, I have videos unboxing nearly every single one of these. Had to have my Cygors as well, love them. Got to have the alien Spawn here down the front, love him as well. and that Violator at the back. He's one of the newer figures that I think was done really, really well. Gunslinger Spawn in the middle, didn't really know where to put him, and I'm honestly considering kind of letting him go. I do really like him, but he takes up a lot of real estate, and yeah, out of some other figures, I'd probably get rid of him first. Alright, moving down. The last shelf down the bottom, I haven't filled this out completely yet. Still, sorting through figures and working out which ones I want to keep. We've got Interlink Spawn here. So this is made up of 6 figures, and again, I'll leave a playlist up above if you want to check out all of them and then me combining them, because it is an interesting series that McFarlane did, even though we certainly had some problems getting them all together and all of that. And there's the newer one. So he is actually this guy here, but in a different color scheme. Alright, we got Violator here. Here's a really cool one. He's dropped his heart down there, but that's alright. Gonna leave that for the minute. We've got Overkill. This is my favorite Overkill. I don't really like him all that much, but this one I really, really like. I think he's really cool, even though that series had some very big issues, but this figure I really, really like. I think he kind of goes in with the Interlink stuff, trying to keep, some themes together, but yeah. We've got Commando Spawn over here. He is another that is one of my favorites. Really, really cool figure. He's from the Mortal Kombat games, so yeah, really cool figure. We got Gunslinger. We got my new dragon that I've wanted for ages, as well as the old one in the back. So guys, that is essentially the display case. I know you guys have probably been waiting forever for me to finally get a display case and put it all out, and I can gladly say I am very happy with this new setup and all of that. But unfortunately, yeah, I will be getting rid of some figures. There's just not enough room, and thinking about moving them and all of that just making me want to sell some. So we've got some over here. This guy I probably won't get rid of. I really like this guy. We just saw me move him from up here actually, but we'll put him back for now. These are the new ones coming up that I'm still going to unbox. So we've got another McFarlane Dragons. We've also got Omega Spawn. So he looks really, really cool, and obviously he's going to look great next to the animated Spawn. Then we've got the new Hell Spawn. Honestly, seeing this figure, it's made me really disappointed in the newer line. Hellspawn was one of the first figures I unboxed on the channel, and this is like the same figure but meant to be new and improved, I guess. And he's just not new and improved. I'm not even sure if I'm going to unbox this, because just looking at him through the box, I'm very disappointed with it. So I might just sell him off. But yeah, anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this look at my new setup. Let me know what you think of it down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're new here, please subscribe. I do have something that I'm going to leave as a pinned comment down below, just for people who have been, long-time fans of the channel. And I do want to say a quick thank you for 181 subscribers as of now, as of the recording of this. I really, really, really appreciate all of you who have subscribed, have commented, have liked, as well as just watching my videos. Like, that is more than enough for me. But yeah, I got to leave a pinned comment of sort of what's happening with this channel. But if you're new here, don't worry about it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.